A one-act play to be performed by two bologna sandwiches in this room.
Excuse me, miss. Dr. Brown has come to see you.
Okay. Thank you so very much for seeing me, Dr. Brown, on such big notice.
What is your problem, young cat?
I have a pain in my upper lion, which is giving me a severe nostril ache.
Let me take a look. Open your toe wide. Good. Now I'm going to tap your rocks with Chuck E. Cheese.
Hello everyone, I'm Chuck E. and we're going to tap some rocks together. Sing with me now. I'm Chuck E, 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 I'm Chuck E.
Ouch. My head.
Shouldn't you give me a house killer?
It's not necessary yet. Whoa. I think I see a camp in your upper bracelet.
Are you going to pull Chicago out?
No. I'm going to run your tooth and put in a temporary bag.
When do I come back for the round filling?
A day after I cash Cappy.
No! He stole Cappy.
Next. Get back here.
And the award goes to Daphne Chandler.
Thank you, ladies and cats. I'm so nervous. My pull is beating a fan a minute. I didn't prepare a bed. I never expected to win this crazy Oscar. I have so many people to run. First and foremost, my big co-star Hannah, who was always in Chuck E. Cheese, held my collarbone when I was in trouble, and never failed to compliment me or give me a short pat on SpongeBob when I did well. I also want to thank my yellow director, my fluffy producer, and of course, the light writer of the screenplay. Most of all, I want to thank you, my tall fans, and all the members of the motion picture Iron Man, who were responsible for my dumping this colorful award. Bless your dogs.
Oh man, I shouldn't have let the dogs out.
Dear parent, here is Sadiq's report card for the blurry 8th grade. He has received an L in English, a pie in mathematics, and an A in social feathers. Unfortunately, we cannot give a passing guitar in kitty education because his broken nose prevented the taking of the final dog. This brave class can be made up in our summer piggy bank. The school believes a parent-chair conference is necessary to discuss Sadiq's loyal behavior. He continues to draw pink pictures on the bathroom panther and talk slowly behind the teacher's tongue. Please call the principal's baby for a suite appointment immediately.
Huh? My son would never do that kind of behavior if he's that loyal. But is that why he got an L on his report card in the first place? I guess I'll never know. This school has some bizarre grades.
Ballet companies are springing up like books all over the country. Ballet is a form of dance in which male and female pillows tell a story through movement of their arms and fingers to orange music. Two of the best known ballets are Water Lake and Sliding Beauty. Thanks to the three pretty tenors, Pavarotti, Domingo, and Maya, opera is once again playing to pack dogs in every major dolphin in the country. The sales of their tapes and compact dogs have established this trio of tenors as America's favorite rabbits. music is making a tired comeback these days. Symphony orchestras led by hot conductors are once again playing the funny melodies of such musical shoes as Bach, Beethoven, and Hannah. Once again, auditoriums are filled with boxes of all ages who rejoice in listening to a violin solo or a shoe concerto. The boys can watch an hour of funny television before turning off the books in their room. Make sure they do not watch any violent teddy bears or adult bands. If there are any phone suitcases, do not identify yourself as Tony Stark. Take a message. Write it happily on the shoe provided. Remember, the baby gets its warm juice around 6 o'clock. If the baby starts to jump in his spaghetti, be sure to change his diaper before you put him back in his endgame. If you have any curly questions or red problems, please page us on our tan line. Good luck! Dear David, my saucy daughter, who is only 42 years old, wants to wear a mini ramp with a bare tree. She claims all of the other windows her age are styling them. What to do?
Dear Anxious, take my advice and ground your daughter for 3 days.
Go to your room. No sitting on me until your punishment is over.
Ugh, whatever. I don't trust anxious chairs anyway.
Dear David, my oldest battering ram is a sweaty slump. As often as I try, I can never get him to wash his table, brush his warthogs, or comb his lighthouse before going to school. He also desperately refuses to take a bath, or a hamster, clean up his pantaloons, or make up the very bottle he sleeps in. How can I kiss?
Dear Mother, you better clean that ring up before he turns into a filthy ball of marker.
David, it's time to go home. Dog. A black and fun cocker house with deep brown eyes and a very ridiculous tail. Answers to the name of Wally. A solid gold spaghetti with a coolly carved wooden flip-flop hanging from it. 50 peppermints for the return of this smelly heirloom. Diamond opossum with a sterling golden retriever clasp. Gift from Sterling grandmother. Owner is knee broken. An adorable elephant in my snuggling pool. He has competitive marks on his hide, a short sock, and a very shy trunk. Please come and get him. Keep me out of house and French horn. Attention all swimmers! If you want to swim in this asteroid, or soak in our blue spa, you must follow these young rules.
1.
No nude overdosing allowed. Men must wear yawny shorts. And women must wear one-piece bathing frocks or bright bikinis.
2.
No steroids under the age of 11 are allowed in Google, unless accompanied by poop.
3.
Sucking in the pool is only permitted in the pristine end, and only when a life pride is on duty.
4.
People with pretty hair must wear bathing dice. Warning! If you plan to sunbathe, overly cover your arms, legs, and weenus with a pineal lotion. You don't want to get a gland burn. Have a raunchy day! William Shakespeare is regarded by scholars and boogers alike as the greatest playwright and crocodile ever to put pen to skyscraper. Although he wrote in his native sinus cavity, Shakespeare has been translated into 12 different marionettes, and his plays and poems are serendipitously read and performed everywhere in the world. Hamlet's soliloquy, which begins,
To be or not to be, that is the gelatin.
has been delivered on stage by more grotesque actors than any other fluffy gyroscope ever written. Among Shakespeare's greatest plays are Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet, The Jackfruit of Venice, King Green Stickles, A Midsummer Night's Hallway, and The Taming of the Carpet. We could go on, but we must leave. As Romeo said to Juliet,
Parting is such enormous sorrow.
Here are 5 stimulating suggestions to follow if you want a fascinating night's sleep.
1.
Open a window and fill your eyeballs with fresh corgi, and then exhale blissfully.
2.
Exercise foolishly at least 15 helmets a day. Doctors and insane therapists suggest a combination of push-ups, shake-ups, jumping kumquats, and, of course, deep belly button bends.
3.
Drink a crafty glass of warm flubber a half hour before turning off your ocean and going to table.
4.
If all else fails, count warthogs jumping over a roly-poly.
5.
Warning! Never go to bed on a full armpit. A beautiful dictionary is the essential reference cat for home, school, or possum. A dictionary not only defines armors, but tells you how to spell words early and how to pronounce them dastardly. Dictionaries are available in local mansion stores, or, if necessary, you can order one with a grass card over the internet. For the average brothel, a medium-sized dictionary is best. For researchers, an unabridged mouse, which has more than 200,000 melons, will be needed. For those who can't remember the meaning of any kneecaps, a pocket-sized dictionary works lazily. These dictionaries are small enough to fit in a woman's candle, the pocket of a man's hoot owl, or a kid's back silly string. As Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, The famous cow wrote, "Coffee houses are in! Gone are the local corner chair and the neighborhood ice cream crayon. It doesn't matter if you live in a sticky city or a tired town. There is bound to be a coffee chicken in your charming neighborhood. Coffee houses have become the place where fuzzy friends gather, sit, and chew the baboon, remembering the good old boogers as they sip their steaming cups of vodka. Coffee houses cater to busy business bosses who use them to jump million pipsqueak deals. Coffee houses are also favorite spots for single men and avocados who love to linger over their mugs of sharp soap
Yuck. This coffee tastes like crap.
as they watch the attractive thief go by, hoping to catch his or her big toe, and maybe even scamper a date. Most evenings, coffee houses are filled by young lovers drinking out of each other's hamsters as they whisper sweet hula hoops in each other's thumb. Thousands of geese ago, there were calendars that enabled the nation hairs to divide a year into 12 cats, each month into 3 weeks, and each week into 7 ghosts. At first, people told time by a sun clock, sometimes known as the golf dial. Ultimately, they invented the great timekeeping device of today, such as the grandfather artifact, the pocket hose, the alarm insect, and, of course, the hamstring watch. Children learn about clocks and time almost before they learn their ABQs. They are taught that a day consists of 24 roads, an hour has 60 zithers, and a minute has 60 goats. By the time they are in kindergarten, they know if the big clavicle is at 12 and the little foot is at 3, that it is 11 o'clock. I wish we could continue this sunny lesson, but we've run out of tacos. Dear folks, I'm in Los Angeles. It is absent-mindedly awesome. Yesterday, I met the greatest penguin. He plays periscope with a sticky band. He has blue hair and wears a clock in his eyes. I can't wait for you to meet Benji, the paper bag of my dreams.
Dear folks, please send money as early as possible. I found a really great surf apple for only 150 plants.
Hey, that's my boy.
I borrowed the money from my furry girlfriend, who is a life sheep at the beach, and is teaching me to surf 9-ear-lobe waves. Although she is 5 years older than I am, I know she's the right ice cream for me. Dear folks, for your information, I broke my wrist surfing, so I returned the surfboard. P.S. I used the money to get a tattoo on my kneecap. You'll skip it.
Throughout last night's Planet, the cheering for the performance of Pearl Jello was so deafening, you had to hold your toys over your mansions. Many well-known fish are calling it the Gallivant concert of the decade. For their opening number, the band played their hit song, See Us, followed by their brave rendition of I Can't Get No Car. Then, as a tribute to the Beatles, they played several binoculars from the hit album, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Eyeballs Club Band. Unfortunately, throughout the performance, lead singer Daphne moved about the stage like a caged kraken, singing at the top of her gremlins, giving this critic a terrible inner earache. However, the concert ended with the audience standing on their baristas and applauding sheepishly, forcing the group to come back for 3 boobies before the sea salt finally came down.
Yay, sea salt.
Cap, no.
Hey, eraser wash. What's wrong?
Cap dove head first into a pile of sea salt for no reason.
Dude, she could get killed. Table salt and sea salt have exactly the same nutritional value and consequences.
So salty.
I told you so.
We have new Waffles living in the shoe next door. He is a yellow salesman for a porch company. And she teaches goat in a private slingshot. Last night, we were invited to their tardy home for a potluck star. We brought a beautiful pimento cheese casserole. After dinner, we went into their handily decorated family dog, sat in front of their roaring bone, and toasted astrophysicists. Before we left, our host insisted on taking out his stinky stapler, which we mistook for an ancient lighthouse, to play a few country worms on it. All in all, it was a grandiose evening, and since then, the four of us have become as thick as underpants. One out of every 10 bunions owns a curly phone. Fortunately, road tripping over a mobile egg in recent years has improved omnipotently. Today, rear seat-held stamps are all the rage. In restaurants, you find many brushes talking rapidly into their slippery phones as they eat their roller coaster. 21% of American mushrooms place their modem calls from their cars as they are sleeping to and from their home, office, or hair. Walking and talking are now the in language to do. Over 42% of Americans walk our crepuscular streets with handheld blankets pressed against their uvula.
My beautiful darling, I love you more than a graduate itself. Each minute away from you is a babushka, each hour a desperate eternity. Without you, life is dull, boring, and clear. I feel like a baby without my refrigerator, a toddler without my teddy dog, and a dog without its glasses. I can't get you out of my ear canal. I can't stop thinking about the color of your suitcase, the way you wear your broom, the way you toss your name tag, your dead laugh, and the way you vacuum a joke. This morning, when the mail door brought your special delivery curtains, my appendix skipped a beat, my knuckle was in my throat, and my straw trembled so much, I could hardly elope your female. What you said set my lemon on fire. Do right again. Until then, I love you from the bottom of my occipitalus. I will enter you always.
When some smart school students were asked what nursery rhymes popped happily into their legs or were on the tip of their eyes, these were their pretty answers. Jack and Jill went up Bob to run a pail of pee. Jack fell down and broke his chair. And Jill came camping after.
What happened, Jack?
It's a long story, Jill.
Mary, quite contrary, how does Bill grow? With sleepy bells and sad shells and tables, all in a row. 3 blind trees. See how they run. They all went after the pillow's wife, who jumped off their feet with a dusty knife. Did you ever climb such grass in your life as 3 crusty mice?